By the time a dance with dragons reaches the north, the situation looks hopeless. Stannis Baratheon is snowbound, starving, and far from his objective. His army is freezing at a crofter's village while the Boltons hold Winterfell behind thick walls, warm halls, and fresh supplies. From the outside, it looks like another doomed campaign. Even Stannis' allies doubt him. The Northmen grumble, the sellswords desert, horses die in the snow, and yet the books quietly suggest something else is happening. Stannis is not charging Winterfell, he is not retreating, he is waiting. The night lamp theory proposes that Stannis is deliberately luring the Bolton forces into a terrain trap, using darkness, ice, and false signals to destroy them before they ever reach Winterfell, and the evidence for this theory is already on the page. Hello everyone, and welcome to Storyteller's Codex. Here we delve deep into the rich lore of the Lord of the Rings, a song of ice and fire, and the vast worlds beyond. On this channel, we blend the soothing power of cutting-edge technology with the timeless knowledge of dedicated storytellers. That's us, the voices behind the Codex. Settle in, relax, and enjoy. Stannis' army camps near a frozen lake, close to the Crofters' village. The weather is brutal, but Stannis remains controlled. Jon Snow notes Stannis' discipline, observing that the king kept his men together, while others would have broken. Food is scarce. Horses are dying. But Stannis refuses to rush. This is not indecision. This is patience. In A Song of Ice and Fire, desperation often leads commanders to make reckless choices. Stannis does the opposite. He conserves strength, waits for intelligence, and studies his enemy. The Boltons believe Stannis is trapped. Stannis behaves like a man who knows exactly where the enemy must go to reach him. The North kills without swords. Frozen lakes are among its deadliest weapons. Snow hides thin ice. Wind blinds riders. Darkness erases landmarks. The books emphasize this repeatedly. Characters warn that the snow lies, and that ice can break without warning. Cavalry is especially vulnerable. A charging horse does not test the ground. It commits to it. Stannis' camp sits near a lake that must be crossed to reach him quickly. A force riding hard at night, guided by a distant light, would never see the danger until it was too late. The terrain itself becomes the trap. The night lamp theory is simple and terrifying. Stannis lights a beacon or watchfire near the edge of a frozen lake, deliberately offset from safe ground. In darkness and snow, the light becomes a guide. The Boltons, eager to crush Stannis quickly, ride toward the signal. They cross the lake, the ice breaks. Men, horses, armour, all swallowed in freezing water. This fits Stannis perfectly. He has always preferred certainty over spectacle. He wins not with flair, but with inevitability. The night lamp is not a clever trick. It is a calculated execution. The theory rests on small but deliberate details. The books repeatedly mention watchfires, beacons, and lamps in the snow. They emphasize poor visibility and the danger of moving at night. Stannis refuses to advance despite pressure. He waits for the enemy to come to him. Theon notes how the snow swallowed sound, and how familiar paths vanish in storms. Most importantly, George R.R. Martin does not show us the battle. He cuts away. In A Song of Ice and Fire, when battles are hidden, it is often because the setup matters more than the clash. The night lamp theory explains why the text lingers on ice, light, and patience, and why Stannis is exactly the commander who would exploit them. If Stannis is laying a trap, the Boltons are exactly the kind of enemy who would walk straight into it. Roose Bolton is cautious, but he is not leading this march. The pressure comes from Ramsay, impulsive, cruel, and eager to prove dominance. Ramsay believes fear is enough to win battles quickly. The Bolton host relies heavily on cavalry. Heavy armour, armoured horses, speed, and shock. That kind of force performs well on open ground, and catastrophically on ice. The books repeatedly frame Bolton confidence as arrogance. Ramsay assumes Stannis is weak, freezing, and desperate. He expects flight or surrender, not patience. There is a telling line that captures this mindset. He wants battle, and he wants it now. That urgency is fatal. An enemy who rushes in darkness across unfamiliar ground in winter is already halfway to defeat, even before a sword is drawn. The night lamp theory only works if the commander is capable of waiting. Stannis Baratheon is exactly that man. Throughout A Song of Ice and Fire, Stannis is defined by discipline and endurance. He holds Storm's End through starvation. He grinds enemies down instead of charging them. Jon Snow recognises this quality immediately. He notes that Stannis does not inspire love, but he inspires obedience. There is a line that encapsulates Stannis' approach: he will not be hurried. Stannis understands that winter is not an obstacle, it is a weapon. He does not fight the snow, he lets it fight for him. The night lamp is not cleverness, it is inevitability applied with patience. If the trap succeeds, the battle is effectively over before it begins. Bolton cavalry breaks through the ice, horses panic, armour drags men under, command collapses in darkness and chaos. Survivors are scattered, freezing and leaderless. This matters because Winterfell's strength lies not just in walls but in manpower. A destroyed field army leaves the Boltons exposed. Northern lords watching from the shadows, Manderleys, mountain clans, hidden Stark loyalists, would see the Boltons bleed without Stannis ever touching Winterfell. That kind of victory changes allegiance. In A Song of Ice and Fire, morale often turns faster than swords. A decisive loss in the snow would shatter Bolton authority in a way no siege could. The night lamp is not without risk. If the ice holds, or if the Boltons approach cautiously, Stannis faces disaster. His army is exhausted, undersupplied, and outnumbered. A failed trap could mean annihilation, but this risk fits Stannis perfectly. He has always been willing to stake everything on one decisive moment. At Blackwater, he commits fully, and pays the price. In the north, he has no luxury of retreat. There is a bleak honesty to Stannis' thinking. If I die, I die. The night lamp is not desperation. It is acceptance of odds, and refusal to surrender to them. George R.R. Martin does something very deliberate with this conflict. He builds tension, he layers clues, he emphasizes ice, light, night, and patience. Then he cuts away. In A Song of Ice and Fire, when battles are withheld from the page, it is usually because the outcome is meant to recontextualize everything that came before. The night lamp theory explains why so much attention is paid to terrain, weather, and Stannis' stillness. It reframes his silence not as weakness, but as preparation. Some battles are won with steel, others are won with ice, darkness, and one well-placed light. And if the night lamp is real, then Stannis Baratheon has already chosen the battlefield, long before the Boltons ever reach it. If you are interested in The Lord of the Rings or A Song of Ice and Fire, click one of the links on the screen to dive deeper into the lore. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time.